guys, and welcome to another episode of Real Chat Lounge. So as I already said in the previous episode, so this episode is in collaboration with Black History Month. As I already said, in March is the month of celebrating Black excellence in Belgium. And as I already mentioned, we have like amazing people, and the theme of Black History Month is back to our roots. And when we think about back to our roots, like one of the first things that came into like in my mind was like, of course, our hair, right? Because that is a very the big symbol when you think about like going back to your roots. So I couldn't have done this series without bringing like these people. Like you will get to know them as we go. Like I couldn't have done this without like just bringing them onto the podcast. So as you guys already know, my name is Rhoda. I'm your host, and I have two amazing women. Honestly, I feel like everyone look up to them. Like I do. I know I do, and I'm extremely proud of them. Like to see like the process, like knowing that okay, this is an idea that they want to do, and then actually it manifested. Like I'm extremely proud of them. But let's talk about myself. Let me introduce my guests. Hi guys, welcome to Real Chat Lounge.
Hi, Rhoda.
How are you guys doing?
Good. What a lovely introduction. You're making me blush.
I'm actually extremely proud of you guys. But we'll get into it.
Thank you so
guys
much.
look amazing.
Thank
like
you.
your hair.
I mean, we have to dress to impress.
Exactly. You gotta come to par.
Yeah, no, your hair looks amazing.
Thank
wow,
you
that's
so
nice.
much.
Okay. Well, welcome. Maybe you can introduce yourself to the guests, like who you guys are and yeah, what you guys do.
So my name is Wendy. I'm co-founder of the brand Gold Butter. So we make hair products for people with curly and coily hair. So I do that, and I also do business coaching.
Okay.
For me as well, I'm also a co-founder of Gold Butter. And besides spending my time in Gold Butter itself, I'm also doing my PhD in chemistry.
Okay, wow. Like I said, inspiring power women. Okay, amazing, great. So one thing at the Real Chat Lounge, before we dig in, we do something just to break the ice, make sure everybody is comfortable. So we're gonna start with a this or that game. So it's just I say two things and then you choose one and then you decide, like just briefly explain like why you chose that. So of course, since it's gonna be the hair edition, it has to be about hair.
Of course,
okay?
naturally.
Okay, so the first thing is wash and go or protective styles?
Wash and go.
Okay,
me.
why?
Protective styles.
Oh, okay, I love this. Why?
Because I'm thinking of it like you can only do one of the two forever. And then I would choose a wash and go over a protective style, I think.
I get why Callie chooses a wash and go, because her wash and go truly slays.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of my wash and goes, so I'm not going to choose them.
Okay, no, I get it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think if I have to choose, I'm gonna choose protective style because I don't think I have a good wash and go. So for me, protective style
Me
is
neither.
good. Okay, good. Okay, the next one is shea butter or coconut oil.
Shea butter.
I knew it.
I mean, we call Gold Butter for a reason.
I knew it.
Even the butter is in our product, which is
Yeah,
funny.
exactly. Yeah, that's good. Okay, nice. Okay, so twist out or braid out?
Braid out.
Oh.
I used to be a twist
yes,
out, but
exactly.
you taught me a good braid out method. And since then, I've been team braid out.
Yeah,
I still
okay.
like my twist outs, but that braid out method, it really
I
works
think
well.
you guys need to show us how that.
Maybe we
is done.
should,
Yeah,
right? It should be a
honestly,
video, right?
Yeah, I think you guys should do a video about
So we
it.
got wash and go tutorial, we got braid outs. Okay, it's coming.
No, I think you guys should do that. Okay, maybe one last thing. So DIY hair mask or store-bought treatment?
Store-bought.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Why?
Wait, why are we so in sync?
I mean,
Well, we are a hair brand for a reason. Now, DIY is cute. I've done my DIY hair mask also, but it only stays for how long?
True.
When you start, it's just not all the bacteria and things like that. So if you want longevity,
Okay.
it's better to have it store-bought because you can't keep it long when you make it yourself.
okay.
So that's
that's true.
And also like some active ingredients that are not present in your mask at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So store-bought all the way.
Okay, so the vibe is good. I mean, I feel like the vibe is good. So that we can dig in. Okay, great. So before we even talk about good butter, like how was your journey like? Because I can imagine, like, especially growing up as a Black woman, we were not always introduced to natural hair, right? So like how did it start for you guys? Like when was the moment that you decided, okay, hey, I think it's time for me to go back. I think it's time for me to actually start wearing my natural hair. Like when was that moment for you guys?
Well, that moment for me was, I was already watching a lot of videos about natural hair, but I wasn't convinced that I was gonna be natural because I thought, okay, those girls, they look real cute, but I have to cut my hair and stuff. And no, I thought, no, I can't do all of that. But so I was already looking at a lot of natural hair videos and I was trying to get healthy, relaxed hair. But then while in that journey, I end up, I went to the hairdresser and the back of my head was burnt by the relaxer. Yeah. And then I was convinced, I say, I'm not doing this to myself again. I mean, it's just not worth it. And then I started my natural hair journey. So by transitioning first and then later on cutting up the pieces and then trying it out. Yeah.
For me, it's actually, we have almost the same origin story. I also had a bad experience with relaxer and I ended up having a huge bald spot at the back of my head. And that was also the last drop for me. And the natural hair movement in the States was happening.
Oh, that's true.
And I was getting a bit inspired. And then I thought from one day to another, I had a bit of an impulse and I just shaved everything off.
You shaved everything off?
Yeah, I shaved / cut it all. So I really did a big chop. And I was left with like this much hair. And then just started the journey from there. Yeah, but it was a bit impulsive, I must say.
And which year was this?
2017, I think.
For me, if I think, because I know I went fully natural, so with the big chop was 2014. So I think for me, it would be around 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, that I stopped relaxing. Yeah.
And how was it? Because I can imagine, okay, there was the black hair movement back in the US, but it wasn't in Belgium. So like how, exactly. So like, how was it then decided like now all of a sudden like you are natural? Like we don't actually appreciate our natural hair. Now all of you are just going around with your natural hair. How was it like?
Well, the hairdressers reminds you all the, I remember one time the hairdresser telling me, so what are you going to do at your wedding? Are you going to be like natural? I'm like, wait, what? Or someone telling me, to be honest, I'm going to be honest, natural hair is not really for you, Wendy.
No.
Whilst I'm with my natural hair. Oh, it was a lot. You need a lot of determination. But when it started growing and looking cute, all of a sudden they wanted tips.
Oh, yeah.
The one that the hairdresser that was like, what you gonna do at your wedding? She's like, oh, what do you do for your hair?
It's so long. Yeah.
And was it the same for you as well?
Yeah, for me as well, especially because my relaxed hair was quite long, like with like past shoulder length, which was then considered back long. So then when I cut it, everyone was just like, why would you do that? Because you have long hair, like that's the goal. So I got a lot of backlash, and indeed when it started growing I could do some cute hairstyles. Everyone was like, it shifted and everyone wanted tips and how to take care of hair.
But how did you stay motivated? Because I think it's not easy, especially when everyone around you is like giving you critiques, and then you were there with your hair. Like, did you have a moment where you're like, you know what, let me maybe put a wig on, let me do a weave or something? Like,
definitely.
For sure,
for
sure.
100%.
Braids, weaves, there were moments that I'm like, okay, let me go out with my natural hair. I didn't feel confident. Like first time going to a wedding, okay, let me put a weave. But towards the end, the blending of my natural hair and the weave was such a struggle. I had to give up. I burnt my hair and it was just straight and the rest was natural. And I'm just like, I can't keep up with this. I'm going to have to embrace what I got.
Exactly. Oh my God. So when was the moment you were like, okay, I'm not doing this and I'm not going to impress anyone again. I'm just going to go fully natural. It doesn't matter what anyone says.
I think I was lucky to be in the student union that was called African Youth Organization in Antwerp. And they were super, because I started my natural hair journey right before joining them. And they were super supportive about it. And that made it a lot easier, made me a lot more confident to wear my hair out. So I slowly transitioned from always having braids in the beginning to just wearing it out because they were really, supporting me.
Okay, that's good. Was it...
For me was like 2015. So in my first year. So my first year, I started to get a hang of it, get some cute looks. And then I was like, and then people started complimenting me. So then I felt more comfortable, like, okay, I'm really doing this.
Okay. So, and I think like while you guys had like your natural hair, you were doing it yourself as well. You were like washing the products and everything. How was it like for you guys? Because I think one of the misconceptions that we have when it comes to natural hair is like, it's so difficult to do. It takes a lot of time, blah, blah, blah. Like, how was it for you guys when you started?
When I started, it was really hard because, let me not lie, it was rough because I only had, so no one in my direct surroundings was natural. And I only had these videos from Americans that did have natural hair to base myself off, but their hair did not look like mine. So they had very loose curls and my curl. And I thought, okay, I'll follow their routine and I'll do the exact same. My hair did not end up like that.
Definitely
Thinking
not.
you'll have the hair, you know.
Exactly. It's growing, but mine's growing up. Theirs is growing down. So what's happening? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
So it was a very difficult transition, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing the most. Yes, I was doing the most. It was hard because I was twisting my hair every day. I was doing twist outs, braid out. I was putting that cantu in every single day. Then I wake up, I put it out, I put it in. I was following all the tutorials. I was doing too much. It was exhausting. If I look back, I'm like, oh wow, never again. But you're experimenting.
Exactly.
But I was definitely exaggerating and doing way too much. But it helped figuring out what worked, what didn't work. And it's hard in the beginning because you need to think about it. You are used to it. Your hair maybe already 18 years, 17 years. Now you got to learn everything about your hair, and you expect that to know that in 1 month.
That's actually a very
not
good
gonna happen.
point.
Yeah, we need to give ourselves grace.
That's something that we do because people think, okay, I'm gonna go natural, and it has to be quick,
Exactly.
quick.
And
Like
all of a sudden, you need to be super confident in it, and you need to know how to take care of it. But that's not how it goes.
Okay, Elsie, now we can then link it back to good butter. Okay, so now you guys are natural, experimenting, doing the most, as you said.
The most.
But then at what point did you feel like, oh, I feel like there is a gap in the market, like that we can make a difference? When was that moment for you?
Well, it was mostly because I was doing the most. And then once I stopped doing the most and people started telling me still like, oh, it's difficult. And I'm thinking, well, I spend like 2 minutes on my hair in the morning regularly. So I find that I spend more time on when I was wearing weaves than right now. So, and then I realized, okay, but there's so much on the internet, right? You have all these YouTube channels telling you what you need to do, how many products you need to use, how many steps. And I thought this is all too much.
Yeah, true.
Like we need to do something about it. And that's how I came up with the idea from, okay, what if we have like a 3-in-1 and like, let's reduce the amount of steps that we need to get ready. And
because there is a lot of steps. If you look on YouTube, like it's very demotivating. And then you have to do the pre-poo, and then there is a shampoo, and then you have to do condition, then deep conditioner, and then leave. Oh, come on!
I've seen a 10-step routine for the hair, and she was showing all the products, and I'm like, am I supposed to do all of that?
It's expensive. I like buying all those products as well.
As well, not only time consuming, but very expensive.
It's a scam.
As well.
It's a scam.
Okay, so that's how then the idea.
That's when I thought like, okay, let's try obviously to find something. Now, I have a business background, so I don't know anything about chemistry. So first I thought, okay, maybe I could like start learning chemistry, but that would take me, that was my first option, but that would be a long time. So, and someone was like, oh, why don't you work together with a chemist? I was like, okay, but who is a chemist?
Like a black one as well.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, but Kallie's a chemist and she's into natural hair. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me send her a DM through Instagram and I say, I'm working on this business idea. Do you want to like do something with me? Voila.
Oh, wow. And how was it for you?
So then we sat together and I remember Wendy telling me like, yeah, I want to do this. Could we launch in like
3 months?
Yeah, 2-3 months. 2-3 months. How are we? We don't even know if we're able to make it. So I was like,
I'm like, these scientists, they don't believe it.
It doesn't take that long. Like, come on. Okay, but it's actually interesting that you starting a product, you actually linked it with being a chemist, because there are a lot of people that are starting their own hair products and they don't actually go that route. Like, why did you think that that's the route that you needed to take?
Well, because it's a very specific product, right?
Okay.
I wanted to combine a leave-in conditioner and a moisturizer. So that means it's not just anything you find on the internet and put together. And also, if you really want a quality product, and that's not my expertise, why would I have to rely on my own expertise when someone else, is doing her whole PhD in chemistry? Why would I not rely on her expertise? But I think maybe also because I studied business at school, so I realized like, okay, you can get teams around you and try to look at people, their skills, and see it as an added value. You don't necessarily have to do it all by yourself.
That's good. Okay, so then that's how Good Butter.
Yeah,
Exactly.
How did the name come about?
Well, the name, honestly, it was just, I remember wanting a hair brand for a long time.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the name was gonna be. And then all of a sudden one day, it's like God spoke to me or something. It's like Gold Butter, Gold Coast from Ghana, and then shea butter. And all of a sudden it was like Gold Butter. I'm like, okay, that's it. That's the name.
Yeah,
So it was all of a sudden. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And how has the process been? Because I'm sure it hasn't been easy, because you cannot ease, especially in this country, launching a product. Like, it's not the easiest. Like, how has the journey been?
It was really challenging, especially first of all, Wendy and I weren't doing it full time. So we were both studying, then just to work. I started my PhD. So it was very challenging to just find the time. And then besides that, we are doing cosmetics and it's a very secretive industry. So it's super hard to find any tips or tricks or any sort of guidance online. So we had to figure that out ourselves. And then all the lab sessions, I think we went through 35 versions of our final product. Until it finally worked. So it was challenging. It definitely was a very patient
because
journey.
it took us over 3 years, and you need to know in those 3 years you're putting your money into the business,
Exactly.
but you're not selling.
We're not making any money. We're only seeing money getting spent.
Wow.
Yeah, so you do need to really believe that it's going to work, because you're investing a lot of money into it, because you have to get testings, and you even like to understand what the protocol is. No one is telling you what the protocol is. So you have to figure it out, have meetings with this one, then talk to the labs and try to get testing, and then see like, okay, in what order do I have to do it to then subscribe it in Europe, and really do it officially. Yeah. That's why not many people do it officially.
Yeah, no,
like
I can. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, because I was just about to ask, was like, I'm like, I know, like, girl next door.
Exactly.
That has the products. I don't think she did all that.
No. I probably didn't.
No. Oh,
I mean, we had to wait like 6 months before so we were already done with the product a year before.
Ago.
Oh,
yes.
No, yeah, a year before we launched.
A
So
year
2 years
before we
ago.
launched. So 2 years ago. But then we had to send it to the lab to do the testing. And these people, well, they don't like timelines and deadlines, because we had
their sweet time.
They took a lot of time. So we were like, even I think in 2023, we're like, well, this is December time. Well, during Christmas period, no one's coming to give us no results. So we knew. So in January 2024, they give us the go ahead to say like, everything is good, your product is safe, you can start selling.
Yeah.
So then we're like, okay, we're the end of January. Well, in March, we're going to launch. We got to make it work.
So we took time off in February, and we just worked so hard to do a ginormous lab.
Yeah.
Got the labels and the packaging done in
All of
order
that.
to launch as soon as possible.
Yeah.
in a month.
Yeah,
In a
because we had
month.
the pre-sale even in February.
Yes, we had our pre-sale in
What?
February.
Look, we've been waiting to launch this.
Yes, I get it. Like, listen,
that year, it was prep.
We were like, at this point, because you need to know once your product is there and it has to get tested. So we had time to do photo shoots.
Okay,
think
that's
of
true.
the labeling. So the strategy, the launching, everything was ready. We were just waiting for the test results. So then by then we were like, okay, let's start getting everything. Yeah.
Okay, so now you have a product. Because you can have a product, but how do you know it's gonna sell? Like I can bring out a product, you can invest a lot of money into it, but you still have the sales part of it. Like, how was that for you? Like, especially you guys had a launch and everything. Like, how was it?
I think one thing which I'm now grateful for, but also hated when we were starting out, was people already knew of us.
Oh yeah, I knew. I was waiting.
Exactly. So we allowed people to follow us on our journey while
that
creating.
was beautiful. That was actually a very good thing that you guys did. Yeah.
Indeed, and it kind of created some loyalty and some community building around it. That by the time we actually launched, people were so ready to finally try out our product, especially because people are also experiencing fatigue, as we said, from layering all these products and making natural hair a super complex process. And we are providing a solution to that. So
okay, that's good. And I mean, I was at the launch. It was amazing. I
you
was
were.
so happy that yes, good butter is here.
Right, they're
people
not
were saying,
scammers.
finally.
I was like, oh, finally, like it's
I had a
here.
friend and she's like, to be honest, I wasn't sure if you were still gonna launch this
People
product.
told me as well, like, oh, well, you really did it.
But I think that's because we underestimate the whole process.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking is just now that you guys are telling me about everything, like the testing and the lab, we are thinking you said you're gonna bring out a product. And I mean, just bring it out. Like why is it taking so long?
Yeah.
So I can understand why people feel like, oh, this was taking too, but you guys needed to do it the right way for it to be where it is. So, but no, it was actually, I was at the launch and it was really, really, really beautiful. And now, like when you see people using your products, like how does that feel? Like it's like thinking of something, creating it, and people actually liking it. Like that's beautiful, right? Like how do you guys feel about it? Because it's been now how many years now?
Well,
that Good
when
Butter?
this episode comes out, so but in let's say the 5th of March, it will be 1 year.
Wow.
Yes, so
And-
that's next week.
Yeah. 1 year since we launched.
How does that feel?
So good. Honestly, it's crazy indeed because we just came from a concept and now it's an actual tangible thing. And also just hearing the feedback, because even before we were ready to put it on the market, we were still in doubt of the product. But we decided,
really?
we just decided.
We're very picky.
We're super picky, super critical of our product. So we decided, okay, let's just let it go and ask for people's feedback because we keep going over and over and over this product. And it's when they were like, this product is so good. Like, it's really, like, it really changed my hair. And that's when we were like, okay, well, we need to let go of all our doubts and criticism and move on to the next step.
I actually like the community that you guys have built around it, because people can you can think of bringing a product, but it's like, okay, this is what I want and this is what I'm doing, but it's like you guys are involving other people as well. And I think that's because like I'm doing this for the community. Like they need to like it as well. It's not because, oh, okay, I have this idea, I'm bringing it out, I have this product. The fact that you guys like involve us as well. I'm saying us because me.
You were there in the process.
But I'm also a loyal customer. Like me, I've been wanting Good Butter for a while. So like the fact that you are like involving like people, it's like really, really, really beautiful. And so now, Good Butter is born and everything. Like, can we expect new products very soon? Because I don't know if I already shared, but I'm waiting for a whole line. A whole line of products. I want everything. Like, honestly.
Well, we would want everything too. I mean, recently we've started with the development of some new products.
Oh.
Yeah. So, as you already know, it takes time. Now, probably not as much time as the first time,
because you
the
guys
first time
already,
is, that's the first time. So we're busy with it. But it takes time, and it will still be, again, a process that we do together. So it's in, letting people test out, give their feedback, really understanding what they need, because we're not just looking forward to just bring out a product for the sake that it's nice.
That I really like about Good Butter. It's not like, oh, you guys are not just trying to bring product, make sales. You guys are really trying to make an impact, like really bring a solution that people actually need, and that's actually really beautiful. Okay, so now I want to talk about the ingredients, because I want to link it back to your roots and everything.
Okay.
Like, what is like the key ingredients that you guys were like, this definitely has to be in?
Well, I would say probably the active ingredients, which is BTMS, because that one really lays down the cuticle. It really helps with detangling. But besides that, we also really focus on having a lot of natural ingredients such as shea butter, argan oil, but also vitamin B5, which is a really good hydrator. Honestly, we really curated each and every single ingredient that is on there. I really chosen it for very specific reasons. So on that side, all of it, like we're really trying to stay as close to natural ingredients as possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's beautiful. Okay, so the next segment is a dilemma. And I think when it comes to hair, there is a lot of dilemmas around it, especially going natural, right? And I saw this dilemma, and I was a bit sad, and I think a lot of people can actually see themselves around it, because I mean, I am natural now. Of course, this is not my natural hair,
But underneath,
and you actually inspired me to do that, because like you
thank
remember when you
you.
had like your YouTube
Yeah,
channel
my
that you were
YouTube
doing,
channel.
like I would like copying your
yeah, true. You do the styles.
Yeah.
You actually, most of my friends, they would like ask me to do the styles. I'm like, no, the whole thing is that you. She actually did it. I was like, thank you,
because
because
it was
they
so
were.
easy to do so
Thank
as well.
you.
Like, I could like literally copy it. So like I did the big chop as well and started my natural. And thinking about it, it's actually not that of difficult. Like our natural hair is actually not that difficult.
No,
to
not
work
as
with.
difficult as we try to
we
make
tried,
it.
yeah. Okay, so let me read this dilemma. And the title of the dilemma is I hate my natural 4C hair.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said like I tell myself a bunch of lies that I don't like it because it's unmanageable or fragile, but I've never had a problem because my 4C hair is actually very, very thick, and while it's hard to comb through, it always stays hydrated and moisturized. The problem is I never liked how it looks naturally. There is no curl pattern. Twist outs just look weird and awkward. My edges don't even think about staying laid. My hair is currently straightened, and I have been getting it straightened since I was about 5, but I have a lot of heat damage and breakage. I do want to go natural, but the truth is I'm too insecure about my hair texture to go natural. I think there is a whole thing about 4C hair.
It's very
Even in the
layered.
natural hair community.
Exactly.
Let's be honest about it. Yeah.
it, because having 4C hair,
Indeed.
that's why when I read, I was like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
because it happened. Like, you want to try a style, but then when you try it with your like 4C hair, it doesn't come out. Like, how do you deal with such a dilemma? Like wanting to go natural, but you're actually not. Yeah, your hair. You feel like your hair is just not pretty enough.
I think one major part, because indeed I had the exact same thing. Like I said, I was looking at type 3, like the loose curl influencers on YouTube, but my hair is definitely type 4. So what shifted for me was finding people that did have the same hair pattern as me and looking at how beautifully they styled it. Because I was just convinced indeed that it wasn't as pretty as the other curl patterns, but I just didn't have any representation in front of me. So that really transformed it for me and my vision about it.
And I also think, identify what styles you do like. Some people don't like the puff. Some people don't like the big afros. And so maybe they like it more like, let's say they want a sleek bun with their natural hair, or they like a bun with their natural hair, or, try to identify like what is your natural hair style, because maybe you see what's popular, but it might not. And I understand a lot of people might not feel comfortable with that style and they think they have to.
Yeah.
And then it's like, once you identify, try to learn the styles that you do feel comfortable with. At the end of the day, you don't have to just let your hair be in, everybody has the right to choose the style that they think fits the best for their face and for themselves. But you do have to give yourself grace and look at the styles you do like. But if you only like long, loose ponytails, well, I'm gonna tell you, you can't really do that with your hair. But another thing that could help is you also have these type 4 clip-ins or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And maybe that can help someone that is on the journey too, to like try to add the clip-ins, try to add some styles with it to try to get used to the idea, because you really need to get used to your hair being different.
That is a big trend. That is indeed a big role. You're just used to seeing yourself with straight hair.
True.
And then all of a sudden it's super different. It grows up, it's curly. It's a really big difference to what you're used to seeing yourself before.
Yeah.
So that indeed plays a huge role, just getting used to seeing yourself with your natural hair.
And I think based on the dilemma, it sounds like she has not found her routine, right? She says
so
she
as
can't
well.
get the edges laid and her twist outs and braid outs. So I think she also has to give herself grace to perfect the styles that she likes, because clearly she's doing it and it's not coming out correctly. So that also, practice makes perfect. Like I told you, I was doing every day the most. So by the time I finally had, and even now, some of the styles, they still fail.
It's okay, they still fail till this day.
And when they fail, I know what to do, like to hide that my style failed. Yeah.
Talking about styles, like what is you guys like go-to style?
Well, this is one of them. Yes, clearly.
This is one of them. Yes, this is true. This is true. This is true. I have something that I call the Wendy look.
Okay.
It's on our Instagram. So it's like, so you put two and the reason why it's, look, if I
should
watch,
explain it in full, because you know what it looks like.
so you have to like put some braids in front, then you loose it, and then you have a bun on top. So then you just have the few hairs in front and the bun. So the reason why it's my go-to hairstyle, well, and a puff, because a puff is quite easy. But it's because if I wash my hair in the morning and I'm too lazy to do the whole thing, then at least I've done the front, and then the rest I have to do in a bun. And then it takes me like 2 minutes to look presentable. So it's a great hack, because maybe I've not even done the braid outs in the back, but it's just in the bun, so no one sees it.
Okay, no, that's really beautiful. And how is you guys' like hair wash day look like? Because like you look at these Instagrams and it's a lot. Like how is it for you guys?
Shorts.
Yeah.
Explain. Because you look at these videos online and it's taking like some are like, oh, wash hair day.
Exactly.
Like it takes them the whole day to wash their hair. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
I also think that cannot be the
Possible,
basis.
yeah.
Indeed. So how I make it short is by just detangling my hair beforehand, using our leave-in moisturizer, because it's a really good detangler, so it makes go through the hair super easy. Then I just wash it. I do conditioner. Some people let a conditioner sit for 2 hours. That's absolutely unnecessary. It's also not advised, honestly. Just follow the label, because there are some ingredients in there that are not meant to stay on your scalp for that long. So it can actually cause irritation or undesirable side effects. So don't leave it on longer than what the label says. And then afterwards, honestly, a good leave-in will change your whole routine. It will really transform it, because I think the detangling process can take long for a lot of people. But once you have a good technique, a good product to go with it, it goes so quickly. And then my goal, like throughout the week, is just to find hairstyles that are easy to change. We've made a lot of videos on our Instagram on how to easily style your hair throughout the week. So I only spend 5 minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, how is your routine?
My routine is even shorter.
I love it.
Yeah, because I don't do the you've given me the tip of the detangling before, but my hair detangles so easily.
It's true.
So
Why is your hair type?
Type 4, but I don't know exactly in which, but it just detangles so easy.
Yeah, it's
so
really strange.
Yeah. I even know people, they have type 3 hair. They're like, oh, and I'm like, I detangle my hair in like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like
good.
after 30 minutes, I'm done. So I wash it. I go into the shower. I use my shampoo. Then I put conditioner. Usually I'll skip the conditioner, to be honest. I'll just go for the deep conditioner immediately. And then later on, I use the leave-in of gold butter. And
See, very easy.
Yeah, that's how I prefer it, to be honest. Because
Same.
if it shouldn't be that hard. And to be honest, our lives are busy. Who has that time
to be spending the whole day washing your hair?
Exactly.
No one has the time. So
2-day weekends and 1 day's washing.
yeah.
But then obviously it's the braid outs and the twist out that do, take some time. So my trick is usually, having a head wrap on, or, I have some styles that work in those times when I really need to be quick or something.
Okay. So what advice do you guys have for somebody that is starting their natural hair journey? Like, what advice can you give to them for them not to give up?
I think it's following people that have the same hair type as you. That one's really important. Just find people that have similar hair as you so you can get used to seeing your hair and also get styling tips from them and finding the right products. But that's a journey, obviously, to see what works for your hair. But, you know, we have a lot of good tips online.
Yeah, I think so too.
And also, you know, I always say this. So anybody that has heard it before, I'll always say be very patient with yourself.
Yeah.
Like give yourself grace, be patient with yourself. You're not supposed to know everything in one day. It takes time. I mean, I've been natural now. It will be like over 10 years.
Wow.
And honestly, the funny thing is our hair, it changes. Like I think every 7 years or something, like it, you know, and so even like in certain seasons, your hair does different things or likes different styles. So in different seasons of my life, I have to like try out different things. So it's always a rediscovery. So give yourself that grace and patience to, you know, really learn about your hair and really love it the way it is. You know, in the beginning, I also wanted it to, you know, grow down like the girlies, but my hair goes up. Like,
but that is the beauty of it. Like, it's like a crown that you have on your hair. Like, I find it so
and
beautiful.
now I love it because I'm thinking even when I straighten it, I'm like, it doesn't, the beauty is that it's so big and full and it's like the volume. I love the volume. So you can't convince me to go back because I'm like, that volume. I love it.
That's amazing.
But it takes time
True.
to see the beauty in that.
Yeah, I think so. And especially, I think when you have like, because I have 4C hair and my hair, the moment I step in the shower, water drops on my head,
Same.
and I'm like, where did that hair go? Yeah. But then I learned
like
from
it.
you guys is like, that actually is a sign of like
Healthy
your
hair.
healthy hair.
Exactly. Yes. Let's go.
I do. So I was like, wait, no, but that it doesn't mean that my hair is not pretty. It doesn't mean that my hair is ugly. It just means that I have really healthy hair.
Exactly.
And that was good. I was like, okay, I learned something.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Yes. Okay. That gives us extra fuel to like keep the videos going. Yeah.
No. Actually, keep on doing that because I am saying this now, but I know a lot of people watch your videos and they probably will not have the chance to tell you guys. But I know people watch it and they get something out of it. Like they really learn something out of it. But yeah. So how can people find you? Because Goat Butter, if you're in Belgium or the Netherlands, you've heard of Goat Butter. But like, how can people find you guys and also buy your products?
Well, you can find us on our webshop, goldbutter.be. And I believe that our Instagram and TikTok handle is also goldbutter.be.
Goldbutter.be on all
Everywhere.
platforms.
Everywhere.
Okay, perfect. Well, that is the end of the episode. I'm so happy to have you guys here. It was very nice to have you guys here.
Well, thank you for having us.
I love the vibe.
Yes.
It was really, really good. Thank you so much. And as I said, I'm looking for a whole range of Goat Butter. In a few years, I know it's gonna happen, and I will be the first one to buy it.
Yay, thank
I
you
would do
so
that, but
much.
It was
Thank
really
you
lovely
so
having you
much.
guys here, and I know that other people that are watching also gonna have like be inspired by you guys, and also with your story and your journey and everything that you guys are doing is gonna inspire more people. Because I do know that now there are more people that are going natural, which is good, but we need more people also. Like we need to start appreciating our natural hair, and I think because of your story and your journey and everything is gonna inspire like a lot of people to actually go back to their roots, and that's going back to their natural hair. So that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming. Okay, guys. Well, that's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I truly, truly did. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Bye. Done.
Yeah.